St Vincent de Paul Society is 150 years old, and it spent the last century and a half helping people in need.
It's very bad. I mean, we see every day, unfortunately, increasing numbers of unemployed people. There are now about 60,000 families unemployed in Ireland who have been unemployed for over a year. And that is a major social problem in Ireland. The Society is getting to and helping about 15,000 of these families, either on a regular basis or for periods of time to help them to get over a particular problem. But a lot more has to be done.
The picture painted by the Society of St Vincent de Paul this Christmas is extremely gloomy. Many children have to go to school and bed hungry. Families cannot afford to heat or light their homes. Middle-class families having to sell their homes for failing to meet their mortgages. The Society launched their annual National Christmas Appeal in Dublin this afternoon. They reported an exceptionally difficult year.
The Society of St Vincent de Paul has been helping the needy since the last century. Now it is asking each of its branches around the country to take a role in responding to what it calls the major crisis of unemployment. They say that 1,000 people can be taken off the dole queues if each of its 1,000 branches creates just one job.
Over 600 people who lead the work of St Vincent de Paul throughout the country met in Dublin this weekend. They were discussing the organisation's role in tackling the growing problem of poverty. The Society's president, Mr. Frank Cox, told the gathering that long-term unemployment was now the greatest single cause of poverty.
No, I don't think enough is being done for the long-term unemployed. The rates of pay being paid to the long-term unemployed is inadequate for them to live a normal life.
Dublin, 1844. A group of 15 men assemble in the building in Charles Street off Ormond Quay to form the first conference of the Society of St Vincent de Paul in Ireland. Just 11 years earlier, the Society had been established in Paris by Frederick Ozanam and 5 friends with the support of Sister Rosalia Rondeau. From the beginning, the St Vincent de Paul Society in Ireland attracted people who were to play key roles in Ireland's development. They included 3 presidents of Ireland, Emil de Valera, Carol O'Dowd and Mary McAleese, along with Taoiseach John A. Costello. A striking feature of St Vincent de Paul since those first days is the way it has adapted to meet social change and economic conditions. As it is now, education was a big concern for the Society in the early years. Moved by the number of homes in Dublin where the father had been killed during the Crimean War, the Society purchased a house in Mount Brown to establish a school. The Society in Belfast also set up a day school, while in Derry, libraries were set up.
Shops, housing for the elderly, resource centres, along with home management and personal development courses were set up. These activities, in addition to the core visitation work, required additional professional support for the volunteers, which was provided. Today, the St Vincent de Paul is fortunate to have almost 11,000 volunteers and several hundred employees who share the vision and mission in delivering its range of services. Helping each other is a key principle of the Society, so Ireland is twinned with and supports the St Vincent de Paul work in 13 African countries. Meanwhile, the Society's campaigning for social justice continued. In 1978, it published Old and Alone, a survey which found that 30% of older people had no flush toilets, hot water or hand basins in their home, and more than 1/3 never met anyone on a daily basis. While many people in Ireland benefited from the so-called Celtic Tiger years, there were many others who didn't. Those who had little continued the struggle to get by. But the period immediately afterwards, with the banking and economic collapse, leading to years of austerity, brought perhaps one of the St Vincent de Paul's biggest challenges. From 2006 until 2013, calls for assistance grew dramatically, as did the cost of providing help with food, energy, education and basic living expenses. But through those years, as in a century and a half before, the Society was a beacon of hope. That hope was brought to thousands of Irish families by dedicated members and volunteers throughout the whole of Ireland.
Has been extremely difficult. I think one of the most difficult problems is the lack of communication, having no meetings, talking over cases. I think members find it difficult. Although we've done our best, the clients phone into our free phone number. Then the president of the conference distributes the calls among the various members. We'll find that we can't really assess what these people need. When we visit the home, we can really see the situation, we can communicate better with them, and we know the needs are there. A lot of them are cocooning in their homes and they're not able to get out. And then with their children at home, the demands are more for food all the time.
Could you have St. Vincent de Paul?
No.
Katie, is there anything for breakfast? No.
Do you have your books, Katie?
No.
Do you have the rent, Katie?
No. Mommy, is there anything for breakfast?
No. Could you have St. Vincent de Paul?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Mommy, is there anything for breakfast?
What would you like?
At SVP, we've seen how one yes can last a lifetime. Please support the SVP annual appeal.
All of us who visit know, and we certainly know, as Patricia has alluded to, the Vincentian partnership, that the social welfare doesn't cover day-to-day living, whether that's food. And I think Michael has said that, like, food poverty is there, but it's because of other poverty as well. You know, it's that you choose to pay the bill. I'm around a long, long time. I'm in the society since school, and I can remember bringing food parcels to families who couldn't manage.
As TY students, we really enjoyed being part of the Young St. Vincent de Paul.
We really enjoyed making an impact into our local community and helping all those we can.
We put in place several initiatives, and it was really good seeing the impact that they had on the people within our community.
Hey Lydia.
Morning, Ryan, how are you?
I'm here for my shift.
Yeah, do you want to get your uniform on and head back onto the hotel?
Perfect, thanks very much. All good, Lydia?
Yeah, good. You take over the tail and I'm going to do some restocking.
Let's go.
How he is. So you're probably wondering why I'm wearing a St. Vincent de Paul Christmas jumper. So I'm working with SVP again this year, and I reached out to them last year, and you know, I've built up a big following, and I wanted to reach out to a charity that has touched me in the past, or that has helped me and my family in the past, and I wanted to help spread awareness for that annual appeal that they run every Christmas time, because I remember a good few Christmases growing up. They would have been very grim if it wasn't for SVP.
People out there, if they're listening, help the St. Vincent de Paul.
Hi, I'm Ali from Lab Bible Ireland, and together with St. Vincent de Paul, I'm here to bring awareness to the many people living below the poverty line this Christmas. But we wanted to highlight today that Christmas is actually not wonderful for everybody. Have you any idea how many people are currently living below the poverty line in Ireland?
No, I haven't.
Maybe like 10,000.
20, 30,000 maybe.
300,000?
700,000. Currently 3,904 kids homeless this Christmas. 377,000 people won't be turning on their heating this Christmas.
So, hi Pri.
Hi Nod.
What does International Women's Day mean to you?
So, International Women's Day is very special for me because I belong to a society where having a boy kid is very important to support the family needs. Even I've seen my parents facing all the societal pressure because they have two daughters. But the way they have fought for me and my sister has given me the strength to show that I can equally support my family in any way. So for me, it's #gender equality.
Hi, I'm Nadine Finley, the manager here in Carrickmacross Cross. And International Women's Day to me means not about making a woman stronger, but changing how the world perceives her strength.
For me, International Women's Day is so important because it's a day where we recognise how far we've come in relation to gender equality, and it's also a day where we recognise how far we have left to go.
How you doing? I'm Peter Johnson from the North East and Midlands. I'm the Regional Retail Manager, and I'm here with Nancy, who's a volunteer in our shop in Carrickmacross Cross. Nancy, what does International Women's Day mean for you?
A woman should be two things, who and what she wants.
Wow.
International Women's Day is about celebrating extraordinary and resilient women worldwide.
Happy International Women's Day, everyone. Today we celebrate the achievements of all the women around the world. And I'd like to say a huge thank you to all the women in my life. And I hope that someday I can be as good as you all at multitasking.
To me, International Women's Day means appreciating all of the women in our lives and all of their achievements, no matter how big or small.
For me, Women's Day is a time to recognize and celebrate the contributions and leadership of women throughout history.
International Women's Day means promoting respect for women all around the world.
Join us in celebrating International Women's Day, where we recognise the strength, resilience and invaluable contribution of women everywhere.
International Women's Day signifies a crucial opportunity to acknowledge and celebrate the achievements, struggles and contributions of women worldwide. It's a time to reflect on gender equality, challenge biases and advocate for women's rights. It reminds me of the importance of solidarity and the ongoing commitment to creating a more inclusive and equitable society for all genders.
It means celebrating women across all religions, across all races, and to strive to have a more inclusive, more equal world.
International Women's Day means working together as a collective so that we can make the future a positive, equitable and equal one for all women.
As we gather today to celebrate 180 years of St. Vincent de Paul, let's remember the words of Blessed Frederick Ozanam. Let us do without hesitation whatever good lies at our hands. As Redmond O'Carroll was inspired by Frederick Ozanam, so each generation of St. Vincent de Paul volunteers, members and employees is inspired by each other and those who preceded them. As you watch this as an integral part of St. Vincent de Paul, do you ever wonder how your actions will influence those who follow you?